Hiya, I'm Jasper, and welcome to your video review for Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves. So, as always, I'm going to give you the good, the bad, and the furry. To start off the furry, I feel like there's a number of references to Dungeons and Dragons creatures, like maybe not references, but like sly little like, okay, well here's the opening, like the pan shot to then get to our heroes, and so you see like a couple little creatures rolling around. So if you're into Dungeons and Dragons and you like some of the little creature references, or like things passing by, like oh that has some of the creature thing, I think you'll enjoy this. And then, as the name implies, there are, or at least, yeah, so there's at least one dragon. I'm not gonna say more than that, but there's at least one dragon in this. And yeah, so moving on to the good and the bad. This movie stars Chris Pine, who is always a win, as well as Michelle Rodriguez, who is always a win. I love her. She kicks ass, and it's so awesome. I love seeing her kick ass. And then it also stars Justice Smith, who was the main kid, like the main actor person from Detective Pikachu. And then it also stars the daughter from 65 million years ago. And then it also has the one of the young characters from the It remakes, the It remakes, but now she's a little older. So this movie is just absolutely fantastic. I cared about the characters. I thought there was excellent character development. I liked the battles, the action, all of the action and the inspiration for the action all made sense, and I thought they had good pacing where there was still good conversation, as well as they had good actual action, and then everything was leading somewhere. And yes, there was some like, okay, we need to do this. Oh, in order to do that, we need to do this. And then in order to do that, we need to do this. Like there was a little bit of that, but it wasn't too much. And how they played it off was funny and still also, made sense. And it was a great, great time. I love the characters in this, and the CGI in it was fantastic. There wasn't any point in time where I was like, that's a little fake. None of that going on. The music was fine. Not anything. It's hard to live up to Avatar, so it's not like Avatar level of memorableness, but it all worked with what it needed to and didn't distract from anything. I think that all the sound leveling was appropriate for that. The one thing that I will say with in terms of how that it was shot is there was a couple times where like there was something over here and something over here, and they sort of changed focus from over here to over here, or over here to back over here. And how they did it, it was just slow enough that I was like, is it blurry? Like, what are you trying to get me to pay attention to in this? Because of just, it seemed to change a little too slowly in terms of who you're supposed to be focusing on. So that was a little distracting a couple times. But I thought that all the power levels and everything made sense, and how they integrated the magic and the like animatronic puppets versus the CGI. I thought that it was all seamless, and it was a fantastic time, and it was great because they have a pre-established world that they throw you into, but you're not confused. You're not like, what are the rules here, or what's going on with this? Like, they give you enough without like trying to hammer home like all these cool phrases and cool things and other things. Like, they're not trying to bog you down with all of the lore behind everything else and all the different species. They just kind of go with it, and then you're just along for the ride, and it makes sense with the world that they show you. So I definitely enjoyed this. Michelle Rodriguez, I think, was definitely my favorite character in this whole movie. She was absolutely hilarious, and there was a lot of laughs to be had, but Chris Pine was great in this, as he is in all of his things. So if you liked him in Into the Woods, that at least that outfit type of thing, I think that you will like his, he looks good in medieval stuff, what can I say? But this was definitely a fun time, and I highly recommend it if you like any of the actors listed, if you like action, if you like comedy, if you like magic, and if you don't absolutely despise D&D, and I don't think that you need to have a familiarity or a deep understanding. I think there were some winks and nods, like I said with the furry section. I think there were some winks and nods, but it didn't feel like it was necessary to understand or be a D&D player in order to have a good time with this movie. So that's all I have for this one. Thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in the next one. Bye.